Wake up, Memphis! I'm Matt Piken, and this is your local newscast for Wednesday, August 13th. After extended debate Monday, Shelby County Commissioners have delayed action on two proposed election changes, moving Memphis-Shelby County Schools Board contests and advancing a term limits measure. Both items were sent back for further review, leaving supporters and critics awaiting committee work before final votes. Advocates say the adjustments could simplify ballots and reduce voter confusion, while opponents caution against unintended consequences from hasty changes. Deadlines for the fall election cycle add urgency to the discussion. You could read more about this in the Daily Memphian. The Shelby County Board of Commissioners has elected Shantae Avant as its new chair and David Bradford as vice chair. Avant, previously vice chair, won the gavel after a 9-2 vote over Edmund Ford Jr., while Bradford prevailed after 4 rounds of voting. The board also agreed to keep the chair's salary at $36,900. The leadership change was smoother than in some past years when partisan divisions delayed the process. The Shelby County Democratic Party endorsed Avant ahead of the vote, calling for unity. Read more about this in the commercial appeal. Activists planned to fill Mason City's meeting last night to oppose potential agreements with CoreCivic and ICE that could reopen the West Tennessee detention facility. Closed in 2021 after a federal order ended private prison contracts, the site may return as an immigrant detention center. Critics warn of harm to immigrant communities, while CoreCivic has already appointed a new warden and projected higher detainee counts. The meeting agenda listed only the 2 contracts for discussion. You could read more about that in the Memphis Flyer. Redevelopment of the long-vacant Southwest Twin Drive-In site in southwest Memphis took a step forward with a formal site plan filed at City Hall. The proposal could bring new commercial activity to a highly visible property on 3rd Street, though details remain sparse until full plans are reviewed. Planners say the filing starts the process for public feedback and permitting, potentially turning a decades-idle lot into an economic asset. You can read more about this in the Memphis Business Journal. And U.S. Senator Marsha Blackburn met with Memphis leaders on Monday to discuss juvenile crime prevention, focusing on expanding after-school programs. Joined by officials including Representative David Kustoff and State Senator Brent Taylor, the roundtable centered on Blackburn's proposed After-School Act, which would create federal grants for local nonprofits. Participants said more resources are needed for programs between 2 and 7 p.m. when unsupervised youth are most at risk. Blackburn also cited a recent, quote, surge of FBI resources targeting repeat offenders and gang leaders. Read more about this in the commercial appeal. That's all for today's newscast, but wake up right here every weekday morning for all the latest Memphis headlines and news summaries. I'm Matt Piken, and I'll see you next time.